Veterans Day means a lot to me, actually. Being in the Boy Scouts and stuff like that, I used to go to the Veteran Cemetery and put these flags. And these gentlemen served our country. Gentlemen, servicemen, women, everyone served our country, these veterans. And some of them gave their life for our freedom. So, Veterans Day is just to honor these people that gave us that freedom way back from when this country started. And we should honor these people, and we should say, hey, some of these people gave the sacrifice so that today we can do the things that we want, the freedoms that we want. My favorite veteran is actually my dad, Francisco Galdones. He was a sergeant in a 299 infantry battalion, back when it was battalion. He did 20 years in the National Guard. Back in the late 1968 around, he got activated for the whole battalion or brigade, I guess, is activated for Vietnam. So he was activated and stayed at school for about 2 years. Okay. So but he was lucky that he didn't go to Vietnam, but he stayed at school for 2 years. Okay. He always talks about that. So the quad my dad stayed in when he was deployed was Quad E. That's the same quad we loaded the buses to leave for training.
Yeah. Did you stay in the quad?
I didn't stay in the quad, but it was getting on the bus, seeing my wife, and then
that's where they say goodbye.
We said goodbye. Same quad my dad stayed in when he was activated with the 299 way back when. Oh, most definitely. Back in the day, as a little kid, my dad used to take us to these parties in Christmas time, and I was always around that. His uniform, I remember he used to talk about in fact, he taught me how to starch his uniform, and I used to iron his uniform for him. And he showed me how to, shine boots to hey, you're not doing it right. This is how you do it. And, get our boots shine. And then from that point on, I've always had the pride of, one day I'm going to be in the military, and I'm going to keep my uniform exactly like my dad. So he inspired me to, go into the military, or put that seed into my brain of, going into the military. Biggest thing is just the discipline of being in the military. He's disciplinary. But he also was a patient. He's a sergeant, so he's very patient with us growing up. Of course, dads, and they get their tempers, but and then discipline us. But that's what he portrayed with us, and make sure that we're on the straight arrow, and that stay out of trouble and do the things that is right all the most of the time, of course. But that's what he's instilled in me. It's actually 2 generations, but on my mom's side, my grandfather was actually in the Army during World War II. Not the U.S. Army, Philippines, but again, the United States recognized them as scouts and stuff like that during the World War II, during the Philippines conflict. Oh, I have about 33 years in the military. I give advice all the time, and the main thing about the military in itself is that you take what you put into it, put your best effort into it, and you'll get you'll go places. And some people I talked to, even myself, some people I just did what I needed to do, just kept my nose clean. And as you look at my my rank today, back when I was a PFC, when I was a private, I never thought I was going to be a major. But now today I'm a major, and maybe someday I'll be a lieutenant colonel. All I did was just kept my nose clean, listened to what my dad said, did what I needed to be, did what I needed to do, what the military guys told me to do, or my officers and my senior enlisted told me to do, and I'm here today.